Elgato just had a huge announcement last week announcing 8 new products, and the Wave XLR is one of them. Is this the Go XLR killer? What can it do? And how can I set it up? Coming right up. So if you're like me and were watching the live event from Elgato and got debated by the second 10-minute timer, you're not alone. I know a lot of people were talking about that. But aside from that, I understand why they did that. There was a lot to announce and some really amazing, groundbreaking solutions to live streaming. One of them was the Wave XLR. Fantastic audio interface. You can put an XLR into the back, and it's powered by USB-C, which goes into your main computer. It's got an audio jack in the back as well, so you can monitor everything, or you can choose to send your output to a USB headset or a soundboard of your choosing. You can use the Wave Link software, which comes free with this product, and you can do that all in the software. Control all your audio in one place, separate every single channel, and you can control how much your stream hears one and how much your headset hears the other. So there's 3 issues that I had with this. One of them bigger than the others, but the other one's not so huge. The first one is that there's no 3.5mm microphone jack in the back of the Wave XLR. There's only an XLR input. So what you can do is actually use an adapter called the Rode Mini Jack Female to XLR Male Adapter. This is a useful little piece of gear, $10, and you can adapt your 3.5mm jack microphone into the Wave XLR with the XLR adapter. One other issue I had with this is there's no line out for a dual PC stream. So as of now, there's no dual PC stream solution to this. And I tweeted at Elgato to see if they had a solution. We'll see what they say. But if there's an update, which they could just have a software update at a third output, and they can choose to send that to the capture card or a line out on your PC and send that to your stream PC. If that gets updated, I'll let you know. I'll pin a comment in the description down below in the video, and you can check that out if that's updated by the time you're watching this. And that is the third thing I don't like about this setup, is there's no third line out. So you get the stream mix and you can choose what headphone system you use, but there's no third option to send your microphone and your game and all your audio to your capture card or maybe some other output. Usually with Voicemeeter Banana, you can have 2 outputs or split your audio between your headset and your stream PC. So far, as of now, there's nothing like that yet, but maybe Elgato update that. Maybe they'll pay attention to my tweets. Alright, so we've got just get connected, which I would assume is just all the cables. We'll take a look at that in just a second. When you're pulling out the Wave XLR, do not pull it by the knob over here, because I would be concerned if you'd break it or not. So I'm just going to pull it out by the plastic. Super easy, nothing really to the box. Let's go ahead and see what's inside of this. And the moment of truth, the reveal. Oh, that looks super clean. Look at that. So it's got 48 volts, which is really nice. You can do phantom power. You can obviously see your microphone, headphone, or your mix. So when you click this in, it'll choose which one you want to adjust. When you adjust it, it'll obviously increase or decrease it depending on which light is lit up. If you have this third one lit up, it'll be a mix between your headphones and your mic, which means that you can hear your headphones and you can also hear the gameplay. You can choose how much of your headphones you hear in this as well. You've got the tap to mute, so whenever you tap the top, you'll mute your microphone. For example, if you're sneezing and you want to mute it, that's pretty really nice. Just quickly tap it. You've got your XLR input here. You've got the headphone jack as well as the USB-C. So you plug the Wave XLR into the main computer with your USB connection, and then your whatever XLR microphone you have goes into here. As far as it sits on the table, looks pretty good. So with this Wave XLR, there's so much to it. Let's take a look and see how to route all your audio so that you can either have a dual PC stream, send all of your audio from your game and your microphone to your stream PC, as well as getting the full experience on your gaming PC to your headphones so that you can route your audio correctly. You don't need Voicemeeter Banana. That's the one awesome thing about this software. I can't believe any other companies haven't really done this, aside from Voicemeeter and Rode. If you've seen that microphone in the past about the Rode NT USB, this little guy right over here, fantastic microphone. You get free software as well. This microphone is $100 as opposed to the Wave XLR, which is $160, at least in America. Obviously, you don't get the XLR capabilities with this microphone, but if that's what you want to do and that's the options you have, great, it works. So let's take a look and see at the Wave Link software here, which, by the way, the Wave Link software comes for free when you get the Wave XLR or the Wave 1 microphones or the Wave 3 microphones. That also works with this software. Now, the Wave Link, same software as the Wave 1 and the Wave 3 microphones. Let's first make sure that our routing is correct here. When the app is first downloaded, it'll prompt you to open the settings in your app volume device preferences. Set it to the Wave Link system, so then all the audio that I'll be hearing will be coming from my Wave XLR. And I can also, when I click the button here, I can adjust my volume on everything here, which is super nice. It seems to be moving a little bit, which initially it didn't, but now it's moving a little bit. So that's not entirely nice, but we'll see how it does in a second when I've set everything up. Now my input, let's do the mic in, which is the Wave XLR, which is super self-explanatory. What we've got is the microphone going into the channel 1 here, which is my XLR here, the Wave XLR. And this is going to go into Discord. It's going to go into OBS. It's going to go into my game. So if I have a party chat in there, that's where that'll go to. It'll also go into, if I choose my outputs here, right now I've got the HyperX Cloudflight, which is just a USB output to my headphones here. I'm not going to do USB because I'm not going to be able to get, I can test it out and see, can I use a USB headset with this? I've got a monitor mix, which, let's say I have speakers, I can put that to my speakers. I can put it to my USB headset, which is really nice. I'm going to test how robust that is and if it really works. Or I can choose my Elgato Wave here. So now everything that's in the Wave Link software is going to go into the Wave XLR, which I've plugged it in through this 3.5mm audio cable. Okay, so now what I'm hearing is my SHURE SM7B, which is going into the Wave XLR. If I increase the gain, that sounds pretty nice. I can hear the fan a little bit, which is not a big deal because I can't have any noise gate or anything like that just yet. Elgato says they are working on putting VSTs in their software Wave Link. So that's the audio treatment, EQ, bass boost, noise gate, all that kind of stuff. So it isn't available just yet in the Wave Link software, but I hear that Elgato is putting that in and it is the front of development right now. They can't tell you any more details other than that, which I understand because they don't want to overpromise. They'd rather underpromise and overdeliver, which is what Elgato is known for so far. Okay, so nice thing here is the headphone jack. I can increase how much I can hear in my headset. That's really nice. I can also adjust that right here. So I can choose how much of my headset I can hear in my headset here. This button is really nice. Now I can also, this is my stream mix here, which is right over here. I can choose my output here. Actually, it's just currently already automatically set for OBS, Streamlabs, OBS, XSplit, and Twitch if you're just using the native Twitch app. So now when you're in OBS, you just set that as your input here, stream output mix, which is from the Wave Link, and you just have one audio input in OBS or whatever stream software you use, and you control all of your audio right from here in the Wave Link software. Nice thing about this software is when I click the lock button over here, it'll increase and decrease the volume for both of these. But if I go further than what the stream mix has, it'll stop there, but it'll increase my headset monitor. If I take it back down, it'll go back to where initially locked, and then I can increase and decrease that. That's really nice. I like that. Now I'm going to unlink them because I don't really want that. I'm going to reduce that. I can choose how much microphone I hear in my headset. That's nice, just so that I hear a little bit through my headphones and a little bit of what stream is hearing. Now with system, it's the same thing. I can increase or decrease that volume in my headset. I can lock it so that anything I adjust in my headset is going to adjust in my stream as well. Okay, so now if you want to connect your Discord or your team chat to Wave Link, here's how you do that. First of all, if this settings app isn't here, let's just assume it's not there. This little button over here will get you quickly there, so that's really nice. Now what you've got, I don't know why I have two Discord over here, but let's just go with the top one. Let's choose the output as the voice chat, or whatever you call this, so you can rename it. So I'm just going to call it Discord. I'm just going to click out of that. So let's find Discord over here. I might have to refresh this here. So let's go to the output here. So you might have to scroll down. Wavelink voice chat is here. It took me forever to find it. I don't know why. I'm going to do it to both just to be sure. So voice link chat. So now if I play an audio in Discord, and just keep in mind that in Discord, remember that when you go to your audio settings right over here, let's go to voice and video. Make sure you choose your monitor as your input device here, and then your Wavelink voice chat. Just scroll down all the way at the bottom. Wavelink voice chat's right there. Once voice is set up on your Discord and it's set up in your app settings here, I'm going to go and play some audio right from Discord, because any audio from Discord should go into the voice chat here. So there's some audio playing from Discord. You won't hear it because I'm not recording any of that audio to the recording here, but any audio that I'm playing here in Discord, it's going to show up in Discord here. So that's really nice. I can choose how much I can hear in my headset, and then I can choose how much the stream is hearing. Now you can see my audio levels here to my headphones or whatever output I've chosen here, and then my stream, you can see the audio levels going to my stream there. And obviously I can choose to reduce the whole thing. So I can choose to mute everything to stream if I want to. That's also going to mute my microphone, because all of these channels are being put into one single channel so that it goes to stream, which is the stream output. And I can choose to mute that, or I can just choose to mute my microphone right over there, just like that. Okay, so nice thing, I'm going to just drag my Discord here, because usually on my Go XLR, when I used to have that, that would be my second device here. Now on my system chat, let's make sure that that's working. So let me open just a YouTube video here, and let's see here. So with that video playing, it looks like it's going into my system. I've reduced the audio here, but let's take it up, and I can adjust what I'm hearing in my headset and on stream. I can choose to lock that, so whatever I hear on my system, my stream is hearing as well. So I can choose to have the volume all the way up here and just control it right from my Wavelink. I can hear exactly what my stream is hearing. If I want to change that, I can obviously unlink these faders. All right, so now music, similar thing with music. If I've opened my Spotify here, let's go to the settings here, and in Spotify you've got to make sure that you're actually playing music from Spotify for this to work. So let's play some music, and so in Spotify now it's going to show up in the input here. Let's do Wavelink music. So now I can hear it in my music channel. Let's link that so that I can hear what my stream is hearing. Nice thing is, it tells me what audio I'm getting here, but this is not the actual levels in my headphones or in the stream. Right now, I'm hearing the levels right from here. That's what I'm seeing. If I increase it, that's going to increase, but it's not increasing here because it's just telling me that there's an audio signal there. Okay, so let's say you have sound effects, and I use Streamlabs chatbot. So right over here, if you download it, I have a full video on how to let chat use TTS commands, or exclamation mark and a command, and then it plays a sound effect on stream. With the software, I can play any sound effect I want, and chat can interact with that with a command. So Wavelink sound effects, I can select that, and now when I play a sound effect from Streamlabs chatbot, okay, so I can just do chatbot. I'm going to link that, so what I hear is what the stream hears. So when they play a command, exclamation mark hi, it'll play a sound effect, and that'll show up in there. Now obviously with my browser, I can choose to have that separate too. So let's choose Google Chrome here, and let's find the browser, Wavelink browser. So any audio that's played from my browser, again, I can choose how much of that is in my browser here, which is super nice. Now, really awesome thing here is with this aux 1 and 2, you have extra audio inputs. So let's say you have another virtual channel, for example, let's assume I am editing in Premiere Pro or After Effects. And again, with this audio settings here, when that software is open, I can choose to put that as aux 1 and aux 2. This is really nice. I have so many other virtual inputs that this is crazy. It's better than Voicemeeter Banana, if I might argue. It's much more simple, easier to understand, and straightforward. Okay, so really quick, let's check to see how this Wave XLR works here. So if I just tap through here, I want to go to my microphone input, and right now you can see that when I'm talking, it's relatively quiet. So I'm going to increase my microphone volume. See, it's increasing in the Elgato Wave in the microphone input here, as well as in my stream mix over here. Now it's starting to look pretty good. I'm gonna adjust my headset here. So I'm gonna, let's see if I can increase my audio. Let's increase all of my audio, not just my microphone. So I can choose to increase my monitor here in my headphones, and it sounds pretty good like that. I think I'm gonna take it down a little bit. There seems to be a very slight delay. Nothing to where it's distracting or annoying. It seems to be about, I would say, maybe 100 milliseconds, probably less than that, maybe 50 milliseconds. So which means it's not all that crazy, but it's still very slight, which would mean that I might just want to completely mute that output to my headset. The stream will still hear it just fine, and I won't hear anything. And that's usually how I would play anyway. And I can have this on my second monitor all my audio levels. Now my sample rate, I'm just going to keep it at 48 Hertz. That's pretty normal, pretty industry standard. You can choose how much input gain you want, but when I click here to the microphone input, keep it at about there. So in case stream says, hey, your microphone is just a tiny bit quiet, I can adjust it right there. I don't have to mess with the gain here. So let's increase the gain. This has got 75 dB of gain, which is really nice. I think 20 dB of that is digital gain, and the rest is right from the Wave XLR, which is analog gain. You can choose to supply phantom power with a click of a button, or tap and hold twice for about 2 seconds. It'll supply 48 volt phantom power. I'm going to turn it off because this microphone doesn't require that. Nice thing here is I can choose the output volume here. So if I go to my headset here, is it going to adjust? Okay, so when I adjust the slider on there on the Wave XLR, it's going to adjust it there too, which is really nice. If I adjust it here, it adjusts the slider too, which is really nice. PC monitor, I can choose how much of that I have. It's going to adjust and choose how much of my mic I hear, as opposed to my gameplay. So when I push it towards the microphone more, I hear more of my microphone in my headset right now. But if I put it all the way to the PC, I can hear the whole PC and I won't hear my microphone because I have muted it over here in my output. But even while it's muted on my output, if I adjust it here, I can hear a little bit of my microphone. Maybe chat says, hey, your microphone sounds weird. I can quickly press to get the monitor mix here and then adjust it maybe in the middle here or completely to see what it sounds like. It's a, hey chat, it sounds fine. And then I'll just put it back to when I don't want to hear it, and that's great. You can choose to have a low cut filter. You can have it off at 80 Hertz or 120 Hertz. It just depends on what room you have. I have a fan, so I'm just going to keep it at its default. It's got clip guard, so if I talk really loud, it's not going to clip. If I talk really quietly, it's not going to be too low. So it's going to squish it a little bit so that the audio is consistent from your microphone, even when you get loud or when you get quiet. Color settings. What is this going to do? Oh, wait. That's cool. So that's the color of the Wave XLR here. So let's change it to green. Oh, that's super cool. Look at that. So it's green, the general color, and then the mute color, it'll turn red. So if I mute it, it'll turn red. That's really nice. And I'll just turn it back to green. And then I can save the settings to the hard drive. So that looks pretty good. Okay, so real quick, we're gonna test and see how it sounds with my USB headset or with a soundboard. So right now, I'm gonna unplug my XLR and I'm gonna turn the headset on. Okay, so now let's select my output here, HyperX Cloudflight, and let's play some music and see. I hear it in my headset. Let's turn the music up here. Go to Spotify, turn that up. Juice that because it's really loud in my headset. That's really nice. I can hear my everything here. Let's turn on my microphone monitor here. Let's increase that. Oh, there is a bit of delay. Oh, it's hard to talk. I'm gonna mute that because it's difficult to talk. There is a bit of delay, but it's because it's going into USB wirelessly to my headset. But let's see what it sounds like if I plug it into my Rodecaster Pro, the soundboard here. So I'm gonna turn my headset off, plug the headphone jack in, and let's plug it in here. Okay, so now I've plugged that in there. I'm hearing my monitor mix from this microphone, but let's go ahead and put this as the Rodecaster stereo here. So really quick, I switched the microphone to the microphone above me. I had to mute the Shure SM7B, which is going into the Rodecaster Pro, so that I can see what it sounds like with this, if I can monitor it into the Rodecaster Pro. So right now, I'm going to mute the music. It's really loud, but there is a little bit of an echo. It's about a 200 millisecond echo. Yeah, it's a little difficult to talk. So it's about a 200-300 millisecond delay. I'm not gonna listen to that because that's just too much for me. It's a bit of a delay. So I can monitor everything from here. So let's turn the music on. So that's really nice. I can monitor that right there. Let's do some audio from Discord here. So I can hear Discord in there as well. It all works. I can use a soundboard with this Wave Link. I don't have to use the output from the Wave XLR. I can use my soundboard. I can use my wireless headset with the USB. I just can't monitor my microphone if I'm not using the output from the Wave XLR because there is a little bit of a delay because it's going through USB wirelessly or it's going through a soundboard. Other than that, it sounds really good. Okay, so what you're hearing right now is the Shure SM7B going into the Wave XLR through the Wave Link software into OBS. Now, what I did to get the audio into here is in the audio properties, I just have the mic here. I go to the settings, properties, and just make sure my Wavelink stream is selected for my input in OBS. That'll also show you here. So in the instructions under the stream mix here, it'll tell you exactly what to do, which is really useful. Now, what's going on here is you're hearing the microphone from the Shure SM7B, and it seems to be going into OBS really nicely. My audio levels sound great. I can also listen to what everything sounds like here. There's a little bit of a delay because I'm using the USB headphones, so I'm not going to monitor what my mic sounds like. But I can do that if chat is saying, hey, your stream sounds weird. I can click this button over here to hear exactly what the stream output is hearing to see if there's any issues. Now I'm just going to click onto my headset here, my monitor, so I hear what I want to hear because I don't want to hear my microphone. Now I've muted the music to the stream with this button over here, but I can unmute it, and now you're hearing the music that's going into OBS. Same thing with the microphone. It's all going into one single channel, so all I do is control the audio right from this, and I can choose how much of that music you can hear or not hear. So control all my audio, it goes into that and it goes right into the stream. If I want to mute the music, I just mute it right here. I can't hear it in my headset and you can't hear it either. But if I turn this on, I can hear it in my headset, you can't hear it. If I turn both on, you can hear it. Now I can't hear it, but you can still hear it, which is really nice. So if I'm playing some games, I don't want to hear the music, I want to play pretty sweaty, but maybe stream wants to still hear some music. That's really nice. So very useful piece of gear. I'm hurrying up because I can see the red light on my battery. It's dying. I hope you enjoyed. There's a lot more coming up. I bought all of this gear right when Elgato was announcing it during their live event, and I went right to their website, bought it all because I wanted to get on top of this as soon as I could to let you know if this is worth it and what you want. If you enjoyed, leave a like. I really appreciate it. Help me pay back the amount of money I spent on this video on getting this, as well as the face cam and the new boom arm. Have it down here coming up in the next video. Stick around and I'll see you next time. But until then, make something great. Okay, so you're making so much noise. How are they going to be able to focus? You're so distracting. Don't look at me like that. No, you can't do that. That's my weakness.